Hi guys, it's Becky Bowden, and I wanted to do a short video for you today to really encourage you so that you guys know no matter where you are in your life right now, no matter what's happening to you, no matter how alone you feel, God is right there and God can and will pull through for you. I want to share a little personal testimony from what's happened in my own life when this was it was a miracle. It was absolutely incredible, and it just goes to show that even when you are completely on your own, and I mean literally on your own with nobody else there, God will always pull through when you cry out to him. I want to say for those that are struggling at the moment, if you're going through a really hard time and you're praying and you're praying and you're thinking, God, why are you allowing this to happen? I want to say, hang on in there, because God always pulls through. He always looks after his children, and God's timing is always perfect. We have to understand that we cannot see our future. We don't know what's going to happen. We don't know what's around the corner. God does. And when you look back, when you've got through this struggle and you look back, you will then realize that's why God didn't pull through for me right there and then. If he had pulled through then when I asked him to, this wouldn't have happened and this wouldn't happen. And that's happened so many times in my life. So I want to encourage you. God will pull through for you, and you will see the result of that in his perfect timing. So a little personal testimony about me. It would have been, gosh, must have been about 3 years ago. 3 years ago this happened, and I can't even remember why I was upset now. I was just really upset. I was really angry about something. Anyway, I thought, right, I'm going to go for a drive on the moors. But decided to go for this drive on the moors. It was pouring with rain, and I mean, it was lashing it down. It was ridiculous for me to even think about driving. But anyway, there we go. When you think, your thoughts makes you do stupid things. Anyway, I went for this drive on the moors. And I carried on driving and I carried on driving, and I went down roads that I'd never been down before. I just thought I just want to get somewhere where no one's going to find me, and I just want to sit there, have a good cry, and then I'll go home again. Anyway, because I was going down roads that I hadn't been, I ended up getting lost. And I thought, right, well, I don't know where I'm going. And it started to, I think a bit of fear started to kick in, thinking, Becky, if you carry on doing this, then you're really going to get lost. So turn back now. So anyway, I thought, right, I came up, I was on this road, very, very narrow road. I thought, well, I don't know where I'm going. It looked like it was coming to a dead end where I was going, so I thought I'd do a turn in the road, a 3-point turn. There was nobody else around. I thought I'd do a 3-point turn and then go back the way that I came and just hope that I remember. And it was a road. It was a very, very small, narrow road. And here there was a bit of a driveway where it went down to, I guess, like an old farmhouse. So anyway, I turned and I went forward. I turned back again, went forward, turned back again. And as I went back again, my wheel slipped and I skidded and I went down into a ditch. Now the ditch wasn't really the issue. It was the fact that I couldn't get out of the ditch because my car was now wedged on this rock. And it just kind of picture the scene, lashing down with rain, really, really dark, freezing cold day. I quickly got out of my car. I was drenched within like minutes, and looked at this rock and realised there was no way I'm going to be able to get this car off. I tried pushing ridiculously. You try anything. I tried going forward again. I could just hear this as the car went off, forward and back. And I just thought, how on earth am I going to do this? I picked up my phone to try and ring my husband I had no signal. So when I saw that my phone had no signal, I thought, oh my goodness. I looked at the farmhouse. It was quite a way away, but there was nobody. Well, there's no lights on, so I presume nobody's in. There wasn't a car there or anything. And I suddenly sat there and thought, I am completely alone. I am completely alone. I've got no signal on my phone. I can't get my car off this rock. Nobody knows where I am because I haven't told anyone. I'm completely lost. So even if I called the AA, if my phone got signal, I wouldn't know where to tell them to go. And it suddenly started this overwhelming feeling of you're completely alone. You're completely alone. And I suddenly thought, Becky, if you need to pray. You need to pray right now. You pray for an absolute breakthrough. You pray for God to bring about a resolve to this issue that you're in now. The only person that could do this was God. There was nobody else around. I had no contact with anyone. So I sat there crying my eyes out because I was starting to get really scared. Lord, make a way. Father, I pray that you'll get me out of this situation. I can't see a way out of it. Lord, I pray in the name of Jesus Christ that you'll get me out of it. As I opened my eyes and I looked to my right, I could see a car coming towards me in the distance. This car carried on up to me, stopped right out. This guy got out. So, how can I help you? I said, oh my goodness, thank you so much. Like I tried to turn around and I've got stuck on this rock. And he said, oh, that's absolutely fine. I happen to have some ropes in the back. I can pull you off it. So I was just like, oh, thank you, that's incredible. Anyway, he got my car off, and he put me in the right direction. And I said, can I just say, why are you coming up this road? Because it looks like it's a dead end down there. He said, oh, this is my house. I was just coming back to go to my house, and I just thought, wow, God, thank you, because the only person, that could help me in that time was, this person who had come from nowhere. However, the answer came at the exact time that I prayed for it. Now that is God. God knew that I was going to the moors. God knew I was going to get lost. God knew I was in a strop. God knew I was upset, and God knew I was going to pray. And this shows how God works things way before we even begin to pray into them. I prayed, I opened my eyes, the car came. And the guy just happened to have these ropes in the back. He could tow my car off this rock. And then after that, I was thanking God so much. I was on my way, and there we go. And that just goes to show, even when you are in, a real bad situation where nobody else can possibly help you, and you're desperate for God to really pull through for you, He will. You just have to have faith. You cry out to Him. And now I realise I should really cry out to God first. I was trying to get this car off the rock myself, and it wasn't working. I went straight to my phone. Second thing, all these things we try and do, go to God first, because He has the best solution to your problem.